Hey everybody, Fred Love here, and I'm gonna do a brief lesson on the C major scale. If you are, this is a lesson that's gonna be good for beginner students and younger students. So if you come to guitar lessons with me, probably in the first 3 or 4 lessons, we're gonna start talking about the C major scale. And so let's start at the very basics. A scale is just a sequence of notes that we play in a certain order that do a certain thing or have a certain mood. And so we usually start with the C major scale because it's simple and it's also really useful. You can make a lot of really great sounding music using the major scale. The reason we start with the key of C is because C major has no sharps or no flats, so it's just really simple to learn. And so basically, the notes in the C major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Right? So there's some students wonder why there's no H or why it goes from G back to A. Well, G is as far as it goes. There's no H note, there's no I note. So we go C, D, E, F, G. Now we start over with A, B, and C. So where can we find those notes on the guitar? Well, you can start using your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. That is a C note. That is the where we're going to start on our C major scale. So C, then the next note is a D. We can just grab the open D string. Then we're going to use our middle finger and get the 2nd fret of the D string. That's an E note. Then we're going to slide in our ring finger and go up one more fret to get the 3rd fret of, I'm going to slide over so you can see my hand a little bit better. We're going to get an F note on the 3rd fret of the D string. So there's our F. Then to get a G, we can just hit the open G string. Then we're going to use our middle finger to grab the 2nd fret of the G. There's an A. Then we're going to play the open B. And then we're going to use our pointer finger and grab the 1st fret of the B. And there's a C. So we're back at the root. We're back at that first note of the scale. So all together, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we can do that descending. Okay. And then when you play a C major chord with it, it sounds really good. The major scale is really bright and happy sounding, really stable. It's also something I think that's really familiar to us who listen to a lot of Western music, because so much Western music is based on major chords and major scales and the harmonies and intervals that you find in that scale. And we also know it because it's on that, the Mary Poppins song, Do, Re, Mi, Do, a deer, or is that The Sound of Music? I don't know. I don't like show tunes. I kind of hate them. So if you want to learn how to play show tunes, this is not the channel for you. But I can do the C major scale. We can manage that. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That is our C major scale. Now, when you take lessons with me, I don't want you to you've got to practice the scale. You've got to go up and down the scale and get your fingers familiar with it. But we've also got to find a way to make something that sounds musical, right? Because just running a scale up and down over and over again gets kind of tedious, gets kind of repetitive. We're here to play songs, to play beautiful melodies. So how can we take the notes of the C major scale and turn it into something that really sounds like music? Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is a great example. We can do that right now. I just had a younger student who wanted to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star to impress his music teacher at school. So we can do that, taking the notes from the C major scale and putting them in the right order. So how can we do that? Let's go to the footage. So we're going to start with our C note. Just like from the scale, we're using our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. And we're going to hit each note twice. I think that's pretty much all the way through. So we're going to hit the C twice. And then we're going to hit the open G string. So then an A note, which is the 2nd fret of the G. Then back to the open G. So C, C, G, G, A, G. Okay, now we're going to go down to our F note, which is the 3rd fret of the D string, and we're going to kind of walk that down. F, F, E, E, D, D, C. All right, let's try that again. Let's start from the very top. Okay, now the next part of the song, we're going to hit the open G, then to the F, then E, then D. Then we're going to repeat that again. G, G, F, F, E, E, D. Then we're going to play the exact same phrase we just started out the song with. C, C, G, G, A, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. All right? So that's the whole song. Everyone's familiar with it. It's really lovely, and all those notes come right out of the C major scale. It doesn't have to be complicated to be effective. So let's try it again. I won't talk. I'll just play it, and you can look right at my hands, and hopefully get a really good look at what I'm doing here. Finish up with that C chord because it sounds so bright and so lovely. So there you have it. Just to review, we worked on the C major scale, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, no sharps, no flats. We practiced the scale ascending, which means starting low and going to the higher notes, and we practiced it descending, which means starting at the higher notes and going down to the lower notes. Then we took some of those notes that we find in the scale and turned them into a song. In this case, it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So if that is of interest to you, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel where I'm posting all kinds of cool guitar lessons. If you're in the central Iowa area and would like an in-person guitar lesson, please get in touch. Also, I do virtual lessons over Zoom. If that is of interest to you, get in touch with me for that as well. So please work on that C major scale. It's hugely important for beginner guitarists. It's going to be so useful to get that scale mastered, and you can play some really cool songs with it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we will talk to you soon.